We're here with men's cross-country head coach Dr. Jack Daniels, talking about the previous 2013 season, his first season here at Wells College. Coach, what are some of your general thoughts on the 2013 season that just passed? Talk to us a little bit about how you think your team performed.
Well, it was, of course, my first season, so I didn't have much to compare them to from the previous. But everybody trained really, really well. I mean, the number of guys on the team was small, but it's increasing quite nicely. And as the season went on, they certainly improved a lot. So that was very positive.
And your team captain, Paul Hernan, a long-standing cross-country runner here at Wells. Paul set a personal best time and represented his team as an individual at the NCAA Atlantic Regional. He actually set a personal best time.
That's right.
Talk to us a little bit about his development through his junior season.
Well, Paul, it's really interesting to watch Paul because a lot of people think of cross-country runners as fairly small people, and he's about 6'5" or something like that, and it runs very well. I mean, I had a friend some years ago who was 6'6", who went to the Olympics and placed 9th in the marathon. So you don't have to be little, and Paul's a good example of that. He does really, really well with his tall frame. And the nice thing was that as the season went on, he just kept getting better and better. And as you mentioned, in the regional meet, the last meet of the season, he ran his best time. And that wasn't a very easy race. It was a tough race.
Talk to us a little about the competition at the regional level. Obviously, competing as an individual, there's certainly, you don't have your teammates, your men's teammates at least, with you. Talk to us about the mindset going into that type of race. What gets you prepared to compete with almost 200 plus runners?
Yeah, there were a lot there,
yeah.
and some very, very good ones, obviously. I think Cortland won the regional meet as a team, and they had 5 of their guys probably all in about the top 10 or 12 runners. So there was some really, really good competition there. And so it's kind of nice when one of our runners who isn't right with them doesn't get really discouraged by running against such outstanding other runners and still runs a best ever time. That means they're concentrating on what they're doing. They're not worried about what the other people are doing. And that's what you have to do. When you run a race, you focus on what you're doing and not worry about what the other people are doing, and things will work out pretty darn well.
And then you've certainly been talking with recruits this entire summer. Without getting into specifics, talk to us a little bit about your upcoming class of runners and some of your goals for the next season here at Wells Men's Cross Country.
Yeah, well, obviously this coming year is going to be a nicer year for the men's team because we're getting 2 of our runners back who were on an exchange to Italy last year, who were on the previous team. So we're getting 2 experienced guys back, and we're getting 1 or 2 new ones that'll add to the team as well. So the numbers will be up a fair bit, and that's good because now you don't. If one of the runners is not having a good day and you only got 5 guys out there, that's going to hurt the team. But now, if somebody's having a bad day, you've got other backups that can replace them, and that's the direction we're headed, and that's very, very encouraging.
And then you've been here for almost a year now. You're going to be entering your 2nd season here in the 2014 campaign. Talk to us about your time at Wells. Obviously, you've been a longtime coach at SUNY Cortland. You've also coached at other different institutions. What sets Wells College apart from not only a recruiting perspective, but also from a coaching perspective, the types of student athletes that you have on your team?
Well, I think the neatest thing, of course, it's a beautiful campus. That's outstanding, and a beautiful location. And for the sport of cross country, the weather is good. A lot of people think of upstate New York as cold and all that, but that's cross country. And so it's an ideal situation in that regard. What I've found is most interesting to me in coming to this smaller university is the kids on the team are so into it. I mean, number one, they're into being students. And they're students before they're athletes, which is the way it's supposed to be. And it's very impressive. I mean, we don't have anybody on the team that isn't really serious about their studies, and it's really good, and they carry that over into their running. And that's what I like about it. I mean, I like coaching runners, and it doesn't matter what level they're at. It's fun to coach them, and when you have people that are enthusiastic about what they're doing, that makes it more fun.